Hello, welcome back to another episode of Next Station Ronkonkoma. I'm your host, Ashley.
Hello, I'm your host, Danny. Why are you staring at me?
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Why am I'm talking to you with you.
You were like staring pretty hard at me.
I don't know.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
What the fuck you doing?
Good morning or afternoon or evening, whenever you may be listening. Thank you for your continued support.
Thanks for tuning in. Even though you don't tune, you just hit a button on your phone.
Maybe.
Can we tune? Is there tuning?
No, you can't
No, we
listen.
can't tune.
No,
All right.
no.
We're not cool enough for the regular radio.
Thanks for clicking in.
Yeah.
This is episode 12, right?
Yeah, episode 12. We don't have a title yet, but when you see it, there will be a title.
It's the middle of August at this point. Damn. Where's the time going?
Time's flying.
Time is flying. It's a little toasty in here today.
It's quite warm. Let's get this.
Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah.
You want to start with our What Did We Eat This Week? Jump right in.
We could start with that. I was going to say we could start story time. But.
Oh. All right. I think What Did We Eat This Week might be quicker.
Okay.
Jump into that first.
All right. So it's time for another segment of What Did We Eat This Week? You hit the right button this time. We're doing good.
I did.
All right. So for our What Did We Eat This Week, it's we went to another store.
A little different.
Stu Leonard's.
Stu Leonard's. We went to the one in Farmingdale.
Fun fact, I used to work there. Yep.
Yeah.
Ashley is on a kick with she wants to try as many lobster rolls as possible.
No, not really. I just...
All of the good ones.
I want to try good
based
ones.
on internet surveys.
Yeah. I'm not so concerned with the quantity.
Okay.
The quality, I'm there for.
Yeah.
If that was the last lobster roll I have, that was the only lobster roll I've had this summer, I'm good with it.
Okay. You also had a couple last summer, though.
Like 2, 3?
All right, never mind.
At most.
So it's not really a kick then? It's just like Ashley likes lobster rolls. I am sorry.
It's just, I want to try them. So...
Fact checker said I gave out false information.
I have heard very good reviews about the lobster rolls at Stu Leonard's. So...
And how'd they hold up?
It was banging.
The defendant's case held water?
When did you become a lawyer?
That's my Cousin Vinny reference.
Yeah.
Classic movie. No lobster rolls in the whole movie, though.
No. The lobster meat itself was delicious.
Okay. Tell me more.
The roll kind of got a little mushy. It wasn't amazing.
I could tell you that those were probably Martin's potato rolls.
Yeah.
They were?
Yeah.
They were last time.
And, like, it seemed like they, like, toasted them a little bit, you know?
Okay.
It was, like, a little... But then, like, the bottom got mushy.
Oh.
So it was like, yeah.
All right.
I could have just ate the lobster meat and been very happy.
Okay.
It was buttery as fuck.
Buttery as fuck.
Yeah.
All right. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I like
Chunky.
buttery. I don't like seafood, but
Yeah.
I did not eat a lobster roll.
No.
No.
It was, like big chunks, you know? It wasn't like all broken up. Like, it was big chunks of meat. It was buttery. It was fresh.
Everything you would have expected and asked for.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Compared to the other very good lobster roll I had, I would say it's comparable, but the roll at the other place was better.
Okay. Give me a 1 through 10, 1 being worst, 10 being best. Give me a rating.
Well, I'll give it like a solid 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It was very good, but like I said, the roll just wasn't quite there.
If the roll was better,
Yeah.
it would have been closer to a 10?
Yeah, like an 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Only taking 0.5 off for the roll. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad, people. That's good.
That's what I got.
Fuck. Sorry.
What'd you eat at Stu Leonard's?
I just got ice cream.
Okay, but not just ice cream. Their ice cream is delicious.
If you don't know what Stu Leonard's is, all right, it's a smaller chain of. I guess they qualify themselves. They call themselves dairy stores. Like Stu Leonard's was big for their milk back in the day. They started with like 7 items and whatever. Like I heard the whole story. I forgot it, but like
big milk jugs.
Big, yeah. Big milk jugs.
Sorry, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
All right, they have like Christmas cookie milk and they have like Easter bunny milk. Like they're known for milk basically. But they took the store, made it into a huge thing, not a franchise. They're all owned by the Leonard family. Stu Senior actually just passed away not too long ago.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
a couple months ago. R.I.P.
But they're a pretty big store. They're known for their amazing customer service. There's a big rock at the front door. Rule number 1, the customer's always right. Rule number 2, if you think the customer's wrong, reread rule number 1.
Yeah.
Customer's always right. Also, fun fact, they just lightened up the rules a little bit. Now you're allowed to have facial hair and you can show your tattoos. Back in my day, I had to shave off my beard. I was rocking a goatee, and I had to cover my tattoos every day at work. It was a little annoying.
Times.
Yeah. But one thing is, they have amazing ice cream.
Yeah, it's so good.
Soft serve, right at the door. Like, if you walk in, it's like a coffee/ice cream bar. So, Ashley, like I said, she got lobster roll. I don't like lobster rolls. I don't like seafood. But the ice cream is amazing. I asked the guy I just said, let me get a swirl. And that one of their options said hot fudge. I'm like, let me get some hot fudge on this bitch. Nope, they don't have hot fudge. So I got a chocolate dip. I was expecting him to pour the chocolate on top of the ice cream. No, he just took this ice cream and dipped it in the chocolate dip. I was like, all right. I asked for sprinkles too, but no sprinkles. That's fine. No problem, man.
Nah.
No big deal.
He's like, nah, I can't do both. So.
Yeah.
He didn't say that.
No.
He just didn't give you the sprinkles.
He's like, $3.50. No, $3.53. I'm like, all right, no sprinkles. Let's go. So,
they also have frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
And don't they have like that, like Dole Whip stuff?
Yeah.
You good over there?
I just remembered I spilled ice cream on myself before. Remember the chocolate just fell
remembered.
off? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, no, they do have like Dole Whip.
Yeah, people love that shit.
Yeah, I've never had it.
I've never had it because it's usually pineapple, and
yeah,
we all know I'm allergic to pineapple.
Didn't someone say like they only have it like Disney and it's Stu Leonard's?
Yeah,
that's because Stu Leonard's is heavily inspired by Disney.
Yes,
they have animatronics all over the store, and
yeah, it's literally like Chuck E. Cheese on steroids
for adults.
Like somewhere in between Chuck E. Cheese and Disney. I guess they're trying to be.
It's a Chuck E. Cheese where you can buy milk.
Yeah.
And other groceries.
And some pretty good food. And
the fresh mozzarella, when I used to make it. Ooh. Man, I miss that.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of their ice cream.
And their lobster rolls.
And yeah. And I think this was the last weekend to get them.
Oh, really?
Or, I don't know, maybe they still have them. It was like the last weekend of the sale, something like that.
Okay.
So I'm sorry if you're listening to this at a later time and they don't have them anymore. Can't guarantee.
We kind of dropped the ball on that one, but sorry.
My bad. Yeah. But next summer, go for it.
Yeah. Next summer, we'll remind you to go if we know.
Yeah. But yeah, would recommend.
Yeah, would recommend, she said.
And for a great price. Because if you go to a restaurant and get a lobster roll, you're paying, I don't know, at least $30.
Yeah.
Right? This was half.
Oh, I didn't know.
And delicious.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
The price, actually, the sign said, like, it was $26.99. They crossed it out and they put the right price. I don't know what the right price was. I forgot.
$14.99?
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's good. Really good.
Shit. Nowadays, especially.
Yeah.
Can't buy anything for less than $30.
That's true.
I saw, like, a meme the other day. It said, why does every day cost $250? It fucking seems that way lately. God.
It's like back in the day when I was a kid. I used to go to the bodega for a 50-cent soda. I
And,
think
like,
those sodas
$1
are.
beef patty.
Yeah, I think those sodas like $1.25 now.
Yeah.
CNC cola or tropical. I think I don't remember,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember CNC. It was like a 1 liter for 50 cents. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in there.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was our what did we eat this week?
Is it? Is there something else?
Oh yeah, we wanted.
That's separate.
We also wanted to talk about
Something else.
that we ate
All right.
recently, but
So that wraps up what did we eat this week.
sorry, that was
Yeah.
that was a segment. We also wanted to talk about another restaurant without saying the name.
My notes say don't say name. Capital letters.
Danny needs that little reminder.
Well, here's the thing. So this is not a segment. We're not trying to bash anybody here, but we're just going to give you our honest opinion, and we're just not going to tell you where it was.
Yeah.
Very simple.
I wanted to share because it was not a great experience, and
It was a fucking letdown.
it honestly was really disappointing because we were like so looking forward
Definitely.
to that meal.
Yeah.
It was like really disappointing. Like, you know when like people say like it's more, what do they say? Like it's more hurtful when someone says like I'm disappointed in you rather than like I'm mad at you.
I say that all the time.
You know? Like that's how I feel. Like I was just disappointed.
Like, think about it. Go back in time to when your parents used to yell at you and be like, I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, like that
That
whole,
hurts.
Yeah.
It cuts so much deeper.
So I was disappointed because we were like hyping up this meal.
Yeah.
Like we were like, oh, we can go. We had like 3 or 4 different choices of places we could go to.
Yeah. And we went to
Which
this one. We chose this one. And
we're very blessed to have all those choices, but we chose this one specifically.
we chose to get fucked. That one was just terrible.
I'm still mad about it.
Yeah, you're mad. I paid for it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was money we paid. Like,
We paid good money for it, and it was just a solid letdown. It's like you go to this place, you've had other stuff there, and everything else is always amazing. And then you have this, and you're just like, fuck, man.
yeah. So, basically...
Who dropped the fucking ball here?
Basically...
They kicked the ball off
explain-
a fucking mountain. Sorry, go ahead. I just had to get that out.
So, basically, to explain, to get into it, it's, we could say, it's like an Italian pizzeria place.
Yeah. There's like a million of those here, so we
They're
can say
literally, they're all over, so it doesn't even matter. We went there specifically to get chicken parm vodka, our go-to,
that. Yep.
because, I mean, we were in the mood, and we're like, oh, like, we've never had it from this place. So,
Now we know why.
and we were close by, so we're like, oh, let's go try it. We were hyped.
The pizza is always so good there. So like, oh, the dinner's gotta be amazing.
Yeah, like, it's gotta be good there.
Nope.
So we go, we're all excited. I'm like, I don't know, we weren't that hungry, so we just shared one.
Yeah.
And I got, like a salad slice or whatever on the side. So we went to order it, and I was like, asking the girl at the counter, I'm like, it's a pretty big dish, right? Like, we could share it. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So we sit down, they bring it over to us, and I think I was eating my slice first, whatever. You were cutting it up. You started eating it. You didn't, seem, overly excited about it.
I wasn't.
But you never, right away, you never say that a food is bad.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like it, Danny will eat the entire thing, and then he'll be like, yeah, that wasn't that great.
Oh, it's just...
And you were very hungry, I know that.
I was starving.
Yeah. But, so you were hungry. I guess, I don't know, you didn't eat lunch that day or something.
Yeah.
I wasn't that hungry, so I just wanted, a little bit of it. So he gave me a piece, and I cut it up, and I like literally the first bite, I was like I almost gagged. I'm like, how are you eating this?
Yeah.
Like, the chicken was like
really tough.
rubber.
Yeah.
I was like, what the frick is this?
Yeah. She
And
was instant like, what is this? How are you eating this? I'm just sitting there like, oh, I'm starving. I don't care right now.
You were probably like not even chewing. Like, you were just like,
Inhaling.
yeah. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like,
The whole thing for me is like, I was hyped up to eat chicken parm vodka. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. It's going to be so good. And I'm like, first bite in, I'm like, oh, this sucks. But
yeah,
I'm
like,
still
even,
hungry, so...
Even the sauce, right?
Yeah, the sauce wasn't that great. The chicken wasn't that great. You know, like, the pasta was, like, the best part about it. And even then, with the sauce not being that great, it was, like, still, like, eh.
It was so disappointing.
Like, I'm not gonna... I'm not a harsh critic, okay? I'm really not.
No, like I said, you were sitting there eating it. Like,
But,
you wouldn't have said a word, probably.
Yeah.
Like, you would have after.
I would have said, like, oh, I'm never getting this again from this place, ever. Period.
Yeah. And we, like... So, once... It was after I took a bite.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, not waitress, but the girl came over and was like, oh, is everything okay over here?
You're like, no, this is garbage.
And I was just kind of like, not really. Like, we're not big complainers, especially, like, when it comes to restaurants, and we're really not. So I didn't want to, like, say anything, but I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, not really. This chicken is kind of, like, really tough, like, just not good. And, like, I think the first thing she said, she's like, oh, do you want, like, a gift card or something? Like, and I was like,
I could have my manager come over and give you a gift card. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't want your gift card. She's like, oh, we can just have it remade. I could put something else in. Like, you want something else? I'm like, nah, I already ate most of it. You know, Ash was like, but it's like at that point, like, I'm still gonna.
Yeah, like it's not like we took 2 bites and we're like, oh no, this is horrible. Like,
yeah, I know some people that would do that too. And I can't. Yeah. I'm not that guy.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, she was very sweet about it. And then, I basically just said, like, I don't want to complain. I just want to, like, let them know, like, this is not good.
Can you just go in the back and tell the chef, like, yo, this chicken sucks?
Yeah, like, don't serve any more of that chicken.
Right.
But, yeah, so she was basically like, oh, like, I'll go just let the manager know. And I'm like, all right. So we're, like, sitting there. We, like, keep eating. I didn't have any more of the chicken. Yeah. I literally, that was the only bite I had. I couldn't. So we left, like, whatever was there. And then, so I finished, like, whatever else we had. We had, like, some bread and whatever.
You had a salad slice,
and then the salad slice. We were sitting there for another good, like, 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And nobody came over.
And no one came over to say, like, oh, my bad, this and that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Which, like, we didn't ask, like, can I speak to the manager? But also she said she was going to go let them know.
Right. If the ball was in my court, right? If that was, like, let's say it's my restaurant and my staff comes over and tells me, like, oh, they didn't want to, like, complain to you, but they told me, like, the food kind of sucked.
Yeah, like,
I would still go over
with the food.
Yeah. I would still go over there and be like, guys, look, I'm sorry about this. Is there anything I could do to correct this? Whatever else, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
nothing.
That was weird to me. I was like, all right, I guess nobody's gonna come over.
Right. Like,
and she kept walking by us. Like, it's not like she could have forgot
right.
to tell them. Like, I don't know. Like, she went over to the counter, like, right away.
But no one came over to us. And it's like I said, we didn't ask to speak with the manager, but still, like, if I was the manager, I still would have came over and said, like, hey, guys, my bad. But
yeah, so that was kind of weird. Especially, again, not going to name the place, but it's a very well-known place.
And very well-liked
and
place.
Yeah, we love it for, again, the pizza.
Right.
But, I don't know. When it comes to their dinners or, I guess, catering, I don't know.
That's another thing. So, if like I said, if you know, you know. I posted on Snapchat a picture of this beautiful looking meal. It was beautiful on the outside. Once you bite into it, it was fucked. But people were like, oh, you know, like the pizza was always better. The catering food and the dinners always sucked. I'm like, well, now I know. I should have asked before.
Yeah, I didn't realize like other people already knew.
Yeah, felt the same way about it.
That's so weird to me though, because like their pizza is so good.
Right.
How do you have like? I feel like it's catfishing. They have such good pizza, and then you go to order like a nice dinner, and it's like nah.
Yeah.
It's just it's a little odd.
And you know what? We tried it. We know now. But the thing is, though, we know now that the food, like the dinners, suck, but the pizza's still good. We will still go back and get the pizza.
Yeah, I would definitely still go back for pizza.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna go back and be like, yo, your dinner sucked, but I'm back for pizza. Just you're welcome. I'm not gonna be that guy. But we're still gonna go back. We'll still get pizza, and that is what it is. You know.
Yeah, I was like, again, we were very disappointed about the food. A little thrown off about the manager, like, not saying anything.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. Like, we left and we didn't say anything else. Like,
right.
Whatever. Excuse me. But I'm not going to like, ban the place and never, like,
right.
like, we're never going back there.
Exactly.
We're not that type of person, people.
Like, I always give places a try too, like,
yeah, like you said, like it could have been a bad night,
right?
It could have been those 2 pieces of bad chicken, like, you know, like,
yeah.
And it wasn't like it was raw.
No,
it wasn't like it was
fully cooked. It was just cooked rubber.
It was just a not good piece of chicken, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna like boycott the place.
Yeah, we're not gonna boycott it, and you know, I might try again, like later down the road, like not anytime soon, because I know for a fact there's other places near there that the dinners are absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
but
like we were like, oh, should we go to this place or this place? And
we were like, oh, we never had dinners at this one. We'll just go there. Wrong move. It was upsetting, and I have not had a chicken parm vodka dinner since then to try and make up for that one.
Yeah,
from anywhere.
It's just like I can't eat chicken like that.
Yeah, that was not good. But again, they're still a small business, and you know, you got to still support them.
Yeah, that's the thing with like people are very quick sometimes to just like basically boycott a small business,
right?
Or a restaurant, or you know, family-owned place, like. But then, you know, something bad happens at Walmart and you're back there every week.
Exactly.
It's like you still gotta support, you know, people have bad days, restaurants have bad days, you know?
Yeah.
Still support them.
Like, you might walk into a small mom and pop shop and look at the prices, like, yo, I can get this so much cheaper at Walmart down the road. I'm like, yeah, but, you know, this mom and pop shop might have much better customer service. You have something wrong with it, you go back to them and they might work something out with you. While Walmart, you got to stand in line at customer service for 3 hours.
And at the mom and pop, you're supporting, you know, like their family.
Right.
Walmart, who are you supporting?
Exactly. You're
corporate.
Well, at the same time,
corporate life.
The people that work for Walmart, like, you know, they got to put food on their table too for their families.
Yeah.
But the mom and pop shop, like, it's the customer service should be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I go for both ends of the spectrum here. Like, the people that work for the corporation, like I said, they got to pay their bills too.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily care.
Exactly.
Like, genuinely
they don't care as much
about the products and the, you know.
Yeah, like the small mom and pop shop, they'll take better care of you.
Yeah.
I try to support small businesses as much as I can. You know what I mean? Like, today I just bought parts to fix my truck. I didn't go to Amazon or Rock Auto or this or whatever. Like, I went to the... Actually, this is still kind of a corporation. Fuck.
Are they individually owned?
No, they're not. Like,
I don't know.
It's still a smaller parts house.
Yeah.
I didn't go to AutoZone or Pep Boys or whatever. Like, I went to a smaller parts house and I got my stuff.
Yeah.
I went to the guy behind the counter, known the guy for a couple of years. You know, we're good friends, And, you know, he's like, oh, hey, how's it going? This and that. Like, he said congrats on the wedding coming up and whatever. So,
Yeah, it's genuine.
Bob's my boy. Shout out to Bob.
Mm.
If you know, you know. Chris knows.
So yeah, so support the small businesses and give them a chance.
Exactly.
If they screw up, you know, we could have made a freaking scene, you know, if we were real Karens or...
We could have told everybody on this podcast, like, yo, don't go to this place.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We went there. We had a bad experience. You guys figure it out for yourself.
I'm like, I could totally post this on Facebook right now. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not going to do
Long
that.
Island Foodies.
Right, Long Island Foodies page all the time. People are...
Bashing.
Yeah.
But
yeah, don't be that guy.
like I said, it could have just been an off day. It could have been a bad day. They could have just, you know. But
yeah. Like I've even like recently had at a different restaurant, I had hair in my food.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I mean, that's a big no-no.
Yo, it was cooked into the food too.
Bleh. It was cooked into the fucking breading.
But the manager made it right.
But they were very nice about it, and like honestly, that's not as bad to me as like undercooked food. Like undercooked food is worse.
Or overcooked.
Or yeah, like
food cooked the wrong way.
I guess. I don't know. Like it happens. I don't
Right.
know. Like I'm not gonna freak the fuck out. It happens.
Yeah.
I don't want it to happen
Right.
in any way, shape, or form, but
No one wants that to happen, but at the same time, it's like
Yeah.
it's going to happen. Like you're eating food prepared by someone else. Like it's gonna
Yeah.
happen eventually.
yeah. So, but yeah, they made it right. And again, like I'm not gonna never go back to that place.
Right.
We've already been back.
Yeah, we've already
well,
been
not
back.
to that one, but
Yeah.
yeah. But either way. So yeah, that was my little story. That was our little food story.
Yeah.
A secondary what did we eat this week, kind of.
Exactly.
A very disappointing chicken cutlet parm vodka.
Based on like the overall score, I would give this place. As far as the dinners go, like 1 is being lowest, they're getting a 1. Pizza, I give them a solid 7.
Yeah. Honestly, I was going to say 2 just because of my part of it, but my part of it was the pizza. So
Yeah.
that doesn't... Yeah.
Pizza's a 7 for me.
Yeah, the dinner is just a no-go for me.
So you give it a 1 out of 10, 1 being worst.
I said 2.
But that was pizza.
Yeah, so 1 for the dinners. But what would I rate the pizza?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I would say like
The anticipation is killing
I
me.
know, because I'm trying to compare to like my other favorites. Yeah, I would say 7.
Okay.
What'd you say?
I said 7 also.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
All right.
No name there, so no applause, but...
Yeah, you're never gonna know who we're talking about unless you know.
Right. Unless you follow me on Snapchat. I feel like I say that every episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, going into the next thing. It's I don't know if this is copyrighted or not, so story time.
This is Danny's story time.
My story time. As many of you know, I drive for a living commercially, and this week, Monday through Friday,
You sound so proud.
I'm not saying I'm proud of it. I'm just saying it's a story I got to tell. I feel like I'm Biggie Smalls. I got a story to tell. Again, 3 times this week. Now, I work Monday through Friday most days, most weeks. And 3 separate occasions, 3 separate people, 3 separate cars, and 2, one of them being in a different state. 3 different people felt the need to give me the finger this week. While I was doing nothing wrong. Nothing. So I was in 2 of them I was on Long Island, 1 of them I was in New Jersey. Yeah, it's just like
Not a thing wrong.
I did nothing wrong.
So what happened?
I was in Jersey on Wednesday. I was coming back to Long Island. I did an out of state run. And I was in the second lane from the left on a major highway. Which is okay for my commercial vehicle in that state. And there's a car in front of me. Who the fuck's calling me? Someone's calling me. Hold on. Send a message. I'll call you back. We're good. We're good. Did you hit pause?
No, we're
Okay.
good.
Yeah, Tanya can wait. Not Tanya, Tony. Sorry. Either way, so I was behind this car, and they were doing under the speed limit. And all of a sudden, like, there's no one in front of them. So I'm like, I'm not tailgating. I'm like, they know I'm behind them, but I'm not tailgating them. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, dude slams on the brakes. So I give him the air horn. Bwomp! Like, my buddy Chris told me, you're not on the phone with Danny unless you hear the air horn in the background. But people around here don't know how to fucking drive.
Air horn, cursing.
Excuse you.
All of the above.
I give him the air horn, so he speeds up, and then he shifts lanes all the way over to the turning lane, like not the exit ramp. Rolls down his window and gives me the finger. I'm like, fuck you, bro. Keep it moving. Yesterday, I was on a major roadway on Long Island. And I get on a highway, plenty of room, I didn't do anything wrong here. I merged perfectly. This car that was in the left lane is trying to go around somebody. So as soon as there's like maybe an inch on both sides of his car, he cuts me off in my truck. So again, Bob, give him the air horn. This guy rolls down the window, gives me the finger, keeps it moving. Illegally cutting in and out of cars on the highway. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? But my favorite one, I was on the road on Tuesday. And so it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. That's when all this madness happened here. On Tuesday, I was on a road. I'm at a red light. Light turns green. It's 2 lanes. The straight lane, which is the lane that I was in, and then there's a turning lane to the right of me that makes a right turn. You can only make a right turn from there. You can't go straight. Homeboy in a Nissan Rogue or Nissan Murano or whatever, smaller, compact Nissan crossover bullshit, not a real SUV. He tries to fly around me in the right lane. Can't do it. And then winds up not on a curb, but like he was in like a shoulder that was barely a shoulder there. And then he like honks the horn at me. Looks over my helper looks at him, I look at him, and both hands off the wheel, 2 middle fingers at the window, screaming at me. I'm like, bro, I'm in the straight lane, you're in the turning lane, that's not on me. And I keep it moving. Work's got to get done, I got to keep going.
People got no patience for trucks.
But the thing is, on Tuesday, the last one I just said, like, there was a car in front of me going under the speed limit. I can't go around them. So I'm just keeping up with the pace.
Yeah, but they couldn't see that.
Yeah, they couldn't see that.
Yeah, they got
impatient
no patience.
motherfucker. Like
but you have no patience for people not doing the speed limit either. So.
Boy, I wasn't being an aggressive person like this person was.
Mm-hmm.
I was being safe.
Yeah, don't try to be fucking aggressive with trucks.
Exactly.
Like, you're not gonna win.
My truck is made of all metal.
And
bitch, try me. Don't do it though, please.
No.
Please don't try me.
Like, these people trying to get killed.
Exactly.
Like, you cut off a very heavy, large vehicle. Like, what do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah. My favorite
Dumbass.
is like the classic picture in your head, like, you know, a young girl is sitting there texting on her phone while she's driving. She's afraid of spiders, but then she has no problem cutting off a tractor trailer and slamming on the brakes, like, oopsie,
Yeah.
bitch, you will get killed.
Don't do it.
Yeah, it's like, again, we've said this many times, but tractor trailers cannot stop on a dime. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if they're fully loaded to 80,000 pounds or over. Like,
no, before you merge or switch lanes in front of a tractor trailer or any kind of
commercial
vehicle, give room.
Exactly.
Because you don't know how heavy they are. You don't know how long it's going to take them to stop or slow down for your ass.
When I'm screaming at people in the truck while I'm driving, like, I say it all the time, like, there's space in front of me, between me and the car in front of me. That space is there for a reason. That's my safe stopping distance.
Right.
Don't get in my fucking space.
It's not for you to squeeze into.
It's not for you.
Danny's blood pressure like doubles when he's working.
Yeah, like Monday through Friday, my blood pressure is like through the roof. I tell Ash all the time, like, I can't, I hate driving on this fucking island because these stupid motherfuckers don't know how to drive.
It's the worst.
But, on the weekends, I'm just chilling. I'm relaxed.
Well, unless you're driving.
You drove for a little bit today. I was fine.
I drove for most of today.
Yeah.
You drove, and then I had to tell you to relax.
These stupid motherfuckers. Like, I'm out here all day. I'm like, I'm teaching these motherfuckers how to drive all day long. Like, don't. Just
learn how to drive.
Yeah. But again, it is what it is,
So you got
free driving lessons all week.
You
Monday
got
through
4
Friday.
middle fingers this week. 3 different people.
Yeah.
2 from one person.
Tuesday was 2. Fuck that guy.
Terrible.
Yeah. And like my helper, he like kind of instigates it a little bit. Cuz he's like, "Oh, I got your back." on Friday, Ashley's dad saw me in a parking lot. He rolls down his window. He's like, "Look at you, fucking asshole, parking in the middle of the whole parking lot." And then my helper is like, "Yo, Dan, you good?" And like he didn't hear me say anything back, so I was talking to your dad. He comes around the truck like mean mugging your dad. I'm like, "Oh,
fuck him up."
Oh, that's my helper. That's Ashley's dad. He's like, "I was ready to fuck him up." I'm like, "Yo,
He's
calm
ready
down."
to throw hands.
Yeah, my helper is cool. He's got my back. I got his back too, though.
Yeah.
Just gotta tell him like sometimes, like, "Yo, just calm down. It's all good." But it's good to know he's got my back.
Yeah.
All right, that wraps up my story time. Time for your story time.
My story time
Yeah.
is that I don't work. I haven't been working in the outdoors lately.
I got a nice tan. She does not.
So sometimes I sit outside, okay? But then there's bees, and so I come back inside.
I have no sympathy.
I know. So normally I work in an office setting.
I'm sorry.
What?
I would have high blood pressure doing that too, though.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to sit still.
Yeah.
As we know.
I'm doing just fine right now, thank you.
So, but for those of you that don't know, which is probably most of you, I recently had to get a surgery done. So I'm very grateful that my job has been letting me work from the comfort of my home.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so nice of them. I was off completely for 2 full weeks, which flew by. And then I've been working fully from home for the remaining, which I still have, I don't know, a couple weeks left of my recovery. So, just to give like a little background, because I never talked about it. So I had surgery in the beginning of July.
And just a quick side note, we've never missed a podcast, even through your whole surgery process.
Yeah. We pre-recorded like one, and then
Yeah.
just recorded. Like I said, I've been home, so.
I feel like we recorded one like the night before your surgery too.
Was it the night before?
I think so.
Or 2 days before, maybe?
No, like I went to sleep like right after we recorded it.
Yeah.
And you like sat up and edited something real quick and.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We do it for the fans, okay? We do it for you guys.
Committed. We did it.
We do it for you.
So, yeah. So I had, what's the technical term? A myomectomy.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into too much detail because some people are grossed out by medical things.
Okay.
But they had to remove fibroids from my uterus, which, if you don't know, fibroids are basically like, a simple way to put it, it's like a non-cancerous mass. They were large. I had going on triplets in there.
Yeah, really.
after the surgery, my doctor was like, yeah, you gave me some gray hairs. It was more intense than they anticipated. And keep in mind, I've never had surgery before, besides getting my wisdom teeth out. Had that, but that was nothing compared to this.
And that was years ago.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was under anesthesia for about 6 hours, which is a long-ass time.
Quite a while.
They originally estimated 3 to 5, possibly 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, I took up the full max 6 hours. But I wanted to hug my doctor and thank her after, which I never really did, but because everything she said she was going to do, she did it. Everything worked out the way she wanted it to. So we were very, very, very thankful and happy for that. But it was fucking rough, let me tell you. The first 2-3 weeks were brutal as far as recovery. I mean, the surgery itself, again, was like 6 hours. I was in recovery, like the recovery room, for like 2 to 3 hours, I think.
I think so. They wouldn't let us know.
Yeah, like it was a long day, and you guys were just, like, Danny and my parents basically were at the hospital just waiting.
Just sitting in a waiting room.
Yeah.
Just sitting there. Waiting
for the phone call. Yeah, this was like my first surgery, first like hospital experience for myself. It was a little eye-opening, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, so once I woke up in recovery, the first thing I asked, I was like, what time is it? Like, I had no idea what time it was, how long everything took, you know? Like, I just woke up. I'm still in a daze. Like, anesthesia's still, you know, in my body. And so somebody told me it was like 4 o'clock. And I'm like, huh, okay. Trying to, like, calculate that in my head. Like, fuck, how long have I been here? So they finally brought me up to a room in the hospital because I had to stay overnight. And they, like, it was just like the medical transporter person just, like, got me to my bed.
Yeah.
And then I was like, is somebody gonna tell my family, like, that I'm here? Like, hello? Like, nobody's here with me?
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously I was hoping to, like, see Danny when I woke up, or my parents were there. Like, nobody was there. So I'm like, you know, can you guys tell them, like, I'm here? And then the girl was like, oh, here's a phone. What's the phone number? So I told her my mom's phone number because I knew she was, like, here. I didn't have any of my stuff with me yet. I didn't have my cell phone. I didn't have anything. So she dials my mom's number. And again, I, like, just woke up from anesthesia. So, and I had, like, I was intubated during the surgery. So my throat was, like, scratchy. Like, I had barely a voice. So she dials my mom's phone number and then hands me the phone. And then my mom answers and I'm like, hi, it's me. I'm in this room. And she's like, okay, we'll be right there. I'm like, okay. Like, this is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird to me.
Your mom answered the phone. She's like, oh.
Yeah, I, like, could barely talk.
Yeah.
I'm like, why can't you fucking tell them what room I'm in, bitch? So, yeah. So that was weird. And then they didn't have me hooked up to, like, any monitors or anything. That was the other weird thing.
The entire time, you were never hooked up to anything.
Yeah.
Well, in recovery, at least.
Yeah, no. Like, yeah, once I was in my room, they came in and, you know, I think, right? Did they come in and, like, check my blood pressure once in a while?
Yeah, every now and again they come in and check you.
Yeah.
But, like, you weren't, like, on any monitors plugged into the
No.
Like,
and I always thought, you know, you go and see somebody in a hospital and they're hooked up.
And you go, beep.
Yeah,
beep.
like,
Nothing.
I didn't have anything. I'm like, okay.
There was actually a screen in the hallway, too, where everyone's, like, vitals were on the screen. And, like, your room number was
Mine was not.
Your room number was just flatlined.
Damn. All right. See where I stand.
But at the same time, though, it was probably better because you kept getting up and so Ashley doesn't really show pain or show that she's in pain or like
No, never.
I feel like she doesn't even feel pain sometimes, but
I mean, I never say never because it happened.
yeah.
But
Talk about eye-opening, scared the shit out of me because she was having such bad gas pains of all things. Like after this major surgery she had, gas pains were what took her down.
So so just a little background to that. So because it was an abdominal surgery, basically, so it was laparoscopic and robotic, the surgery. It was done with fucking robot arms, okay? So one of the incisions, they go in and fill your stomach with CO2 gas.
Yeah.
So that they can see what they're doing when they're inside.
Mm-hmm.
They don't let that gas out because I guess...
They can't.
Yeah, how could they? That is why I was in excruciating pain from gas. Like, I thought I've had bad gas pains before.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I've never, like...
What the fuck's going on down there?
Why do we always get so many disturbances?
What
is happening?
What are you doing? Whose birthday is it? I don't fuck. Like, are you like, what is this?
Somebody opening presents down there?
Sounds like they're opening like.
It's probably their dinner.
Sick invited dinner. Fuck.
So yeah, the gas pains.
Yeah, these gas pains, like. So, what's the best way to put it? Like, when Ashley was trying to get more comfortable in the hospital bed, they put the bed, like they had, like, you know, hospital bed. She was sitting up in the bed. They try to put the bed flat out so she can adjust herself.
Yeah, so I can kind of scooch myself up easier.
They put that bed down and all hell broke loose with the gas pains. She's like screaming and how much pain she's in. She's like, fuck. Like, I'm like, what do I do? Like, I'm fucking useless here. Like, how do I help her? Like, what do I do?
I was literally screaming.
And I'm like, nurse, like calling for a nurse, like this and that. Like, she was screaming how bad these pains were.
Because also, that was literally right after my surgery. So you didn't know, like, is it something with the surgery that's hurting me? Like, I like could barely get words out because of the pain.
She's like, I'm like, what do I do? Like, and again, like, she just had surgery. It could have been like a complication of the surgery. Like, I watched Chicago Med. I don't fucking know what's going on here. Like, and
is there a hematoma?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what? Like, something go wrong? Like, it was just gas pains. And, like, it sounds so simple. We can laugh about it now. But in the moment, I'm, like, freaking the fuck out. Because, like, what do I do? I can't... like, I'm not a fucking doctor. How do I fix this? I just want to fix it.
Yeah.
How do I, like...
And then the nurse would come in and really not do a damn thing.
She's like, oh, not much we could do. Here's some, like, the generic term for gas X.
Yeah.
And that did nothing.
Simethicone? Some shit.
Something like that.
Yeah, she just gave me some gas X. She's like, let me know if you need anything. I'm like, I would really love something to get rid of this gas, to be honest.
Like, how do I get rid of the gas? And it basically, like, long story short, throughout the night, Ashley went through a major surgery. She was out for 6 hours, and she never went to sleep after that. No. Ashley was up the entire night because they're like, oh, you just got to move around and walk around.
They said the best way to get rid of the gas is to keep moving, move your body, walk around. I'm like, all right, then that's what I'm going to fucking do, because sitting or laying was excruciating pain. And it was like, I don't know if it was because sitting down, you know, it compresses your stomach a little bit, so it was pushing the gas up to my chest, and it was like trapped up there.
Yeah.
My chest, my shoulders, it was like super tight, just trapped. Like, I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well then I guess I'm not gonna sit down because I can't do that.
So I'm holding her hand or holding her up and just like walking around the hallway in the hospital, like
just very slowly
walk around the room in circles, like circle back this way, circle back that way, go out to the hallway, do a quick lap, come back into the room, go back out, like just trying to walk around just to get the gas out. And I'm sitting there and I'm walking with her, trying to help out, do whatever I can here. And I'm like, all right, let's sit down, take a little break. I'm tired. And like, she's like, nope, still going.
No can do.
And I'm like, Jesus, fuck, I'm never gonna sleep. And so still, like, we're trying, like, she, like, obviously, I went to work that day. Like, I was like, I'm gonna get out of work as soon as I can, and I'll get to the hospital. Like, my goal was, I'm gonna get to this hospital before she gets out of surgery, before she gets up. Mm-hmm. I get to the warehouse, I tell my helper, I'm like, yo, we're getting through this day as quick as possible. And we did. We flew. I got to the hospital early.
Well before I was done.
Well before. But it's like, still, now we're post-surgery, and Ashley's like, nope, I'm running a fucking marathon today in slow motion because I have to get this gas pain out. I got
so many steps in that night.
Yeah. And I told Ash, I'm like, look, I'm going to be the supportive fiance that the best I can be. I'm not leaving this hospital until they make me leave. They never made me leave.
No.
I was there all night.
They never said a word.
Ashley's parents, like, left. Her mom came back the next morning. She's like, oh, wow, you got your same parking spot. I'm like, I never left.
Yeah.
Still here. I slept in the chair for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it was a nice little recliner there. Yeah. And he passed out.
I passed out for a little bit, but I still kept waking up and...
Yeah, like, just to see me standing there.
Yeah, she's just sitting there staring at me like, you can't see the face I just made, but just staring at me like...
I wasn't staring at you. I
felt like it whenever
staring into space in pain.
She was in pain. Like, the only sleep she got was, the sleep before the surgery and then the 6 hours of knocked out, but that's not really sleep.
Yeah.
And...
No, once they said, just the best thing is to keep moving. I'm like, well, I'm going to keep fucking moving then.
And it's still, she would have these gas pain attacks every now and again. Like her parents left and she had a gas pain attack. And then...
It was...
the
first one was the bed.
Yeah.
The second one was after your parents left.
Yeah.
I was sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
I was sitting up in a chair.
And it happened.
And... while I was sitting there, like, I was in some pain, I kept telling you to, like, push my shoulders back, like, just kind of try to stretch out my chest.
Yeah.
Rub my back, like, whatever. And then it happened again. And, like, by attack, I mean, like, it just, like, it tightened up so bad, like, my chest and my shoulders.
And she'd just be like, no, and just start screaming.
Like, panic.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it was, like, I'm sure that's what it looked like. Just panic and yelling in pain.
Yeah.
Like, and again, like Danny said, I'm not one to show pain. I'm very good with pain, I would say.
Until this happened.
Can't even explain this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the second time, and then it happened a third time after they brought me that tea. Like,
the nurse, like, kind of felt bad because she's
finally, like, hours later.
She's like, I heard about this little concoction. You want to try it? And Ashley's like, I'll try anything to try it.
Literally give me anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like tea, like decaf tea, ginger ale, like something else. Some kind of juice.
Sprite or apple juice?
Cranberry juice?
Cranberry juice.
Cranberry juice, maybe?
I think so.
Yeah, it was like a weird mixture, but she's like, I don't know, some people swear by it. There was this one lady that couldn't get rid of the gas pain, and this was the only thing to help, and I'm like, fucking give it to me.
Let's go.
I don't, like, what are you waiting for?
Right.
So I was sitting on the bed drinking that.
Yeah.
And Danny was sitting right next to me, and I don't know if I was, like, drinking it was loosening it up, so it started moving again, the gas.
Mm-hmm.
So then it happened again, and I was like, no.
So I had to grab
like,
the drink out of her hand. She's about to toss
tea.
it. Yeah.
I think that was the last one, though. That was the last, like, major attack that happened.
But it was rough.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm saying it was rough. It was, like, I didn't feel the pain. I was just sitting there, like, trying, like I'm helpless.
You literally feel helpless. Because I felt helpless because I'm like, what do I do? You feel helpless because you don't even know what I'm feeling.
Right.
Like, I get that. I I've never experienced something like that, and I never want to ever again.
Yeah.
Because, oof. I mean, my doctor warned me that, like, the gas pains were going to be rough.
Yeah.
But damn, she wasn't kidding.
And the only, like, options was this, like, generic Gas X.
Yeah.
Motrin, or no, like Tylenol, like advanced, like extra strength Tylenol.
Yeah, they were giving me Tylenol and Motrin, like,
Yeah.
every 6 hours for pain. But, you know, just regular surgery pain.
Right.
But because I kept screaming in pain and, like, complaining about the gas pain, they kept offering me stronger meds, like narcotic medications.
And you're like, I don't want that. Like,
and I was like, I've never personally taken, like, Oxy or anything like that.
Oxycodone. Yeah.
Oxycodone, which is what they wanted to give me. Excuse me. Obviously, there's other stuff out there, whatever. Without getting too much into, like, narcotics and that whole thing.
Yeah.
But, so I've never taken anything like that. I never had to. And they saw, you know, how much pain I was in, so they were trying to get me to take it. But I was, like, trying to explain to them. I feel like they were looking at me like I was, like, they were so confused, like, most of the time that I was there.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to explain to them, like, I'm like, is it going to help me with this pain, though? Because this pain is from gas.
Right.
Like, you know, I was trying to explain. I couldn't get the words out to say that I need something to get rid of this gas. Right. You know, not, like, I need something to help what's causing this pain.
Right.
You know, like, they weren't getting that.
Exactly.
I was like, you're not understanding what I'm saying. So yeah, it took them 3 times. They offered me a stronger pill. And finally, I was like, I guess, like, let me have it. I don't know.
Exactly.
What else?
And it did nothing.
It did nothing. Nothing. And then they sent me home with some. I was like, damn, like, they just throw this shit out there? Like, you know, not for nothing. Like, this is how people get addicted.
Right.
And, you know, like, I don't know. It's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, really? Like, you just push. Like, I literally said no how many times?
Right. You said no, like, a lot. They're like, oh, you want this? I'm like, you're like, no, I don't want that. I want something to help with this gas pain. So you want oxycodone? I'm like, no.
They insisted.
Yeah.
And sent me home with more.
Right.
I was like, wow. So yeah, that was another eye-opening thing. But yeah, honestly, like, besides the gas pain, I didn't have too much pain.
Yeah.
Because I was, you know, regularly taking Tylenol, Motrin. But the, like, 2 to 3 week mark, you know, I had pain, obviously, around the surgery area. But
you didn't really sleep too well either. So because you didn't really sleep too well, I didn't really sleep too well.
Yeah. Danny was a trooper and helped me a lot.
Sleepless nights.
Yeah, because, so they wanted to keep me for a second night in the hospital, and I was like, absolutely fucking not. I'm going home. If I'm going to be here walking around the fucking hospital, I'd rather be home walking around my living room, you know? I'm like, yeah, no, that's okay. I will go home. The ride home was a little painful. Getting in your truck was a little painful.
My truck has heavy-duty suspension. It's a little bumpy.
It was, yeah. But I brought a pillow with me to protect my abdominal area.
My mom gave you that pillow.
Yeah, your mom, because she knew. She bought me a big, I don't know, was it like a Squishmallow thing?
Yeah, Squishmallow pillow.
A big pillow. So I had that under my seatbelt, and then I would use that too if I had to, like, cough or whatever, to brace myself. So yeah, that was, because you don't realize, like, I mean, with any, like, surgery or injury, like, you don't realize how much you use that part of your body until you can't.
Yeah.
Like, you really don't.
You take it for granted. You take everything for granted, honestly. Yeah. It's like, you know.
You don't think about it.
Like, I have 2 hands. Some people don't have 2 hands. And it's like, I don't know what it's like to not have 2 hands.
Yeah.
Like, I fractured my wrist on my left hand back in high school, I want to say. And, no, it was middle school. I took that for granted. I'm like, now I only have 1 hand.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't even you don't think about it until it's gone. But yeah, like think about it's, you know, your midsection, your abdomen. Well, for me it was lower, you know, but you use that. That's your core part of your body.
Right.
You use that when you sit up. You use that when you sit down. Like, you know, it braces. So every movement was bracing that part, you know?
Yeah.
So
I had to help you get out of bed.
Like to sit up out of bed, so painful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even when you did help me, like, it was helpful. It was a little bit better, but it was still. So I had to sleep on the couch a lot because that was, like, the only comfortable position, really. Because I was still kind of sitting up. I had, like, you know, the back of the couch. Like, it felt, you know, more secure than, like, an open bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't really comfortably sleep in a bed until it was like 3 weeks after the surgery, which, you know, we're just past a month now, so it was a rough time. And, you know, I didn't want to get too detailed in it, but just, I don't know, to raise some awareness maybe if anybody's going through pelvic pain, I'll say.
Going through some pelvic pain? Just reach out to us.
Just reach out to us.
Comment on Instagram. We'll talk to you.
So we're not doctors, but yeah, this whole thing came about because I was having some pain and I asked my doctor about it, and he was like, because I honestly thought it was like a gastro thing, like I don't know, intestinal thing. And, you know, my doctor was like, no, that's like pelvic pain. I'm like, oh, okay. So I got all the tests done, and they were like, yeah, you got some large fibroids in there. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
And it just went from there.
And not to be too invasive, but didn't they say because of the fibroids that you had that it was also, if we were trying to get pregnant, like it would prevent pregnancy?
Yeah. So it's honestly like, and that's again why I'm talking about it too, because fibroids are so common. Most women might have them and not even know, which again, like, I'm not saying like you gotta go get checked out, make sure you don't have any. Like, it's most of the time if you have them, that you won't know and they won't bother you.
Right.
It's when, if they get to a point where they're so large, that's when it becomes an issue. They don't even know what causes it to grow that big.
Right.
But either way, if it's not bothering you, don't worry. But it's when they get to that point. So yeah, so people have kids and whatever all the time with fibroids, but because of the size of mine, they said that I would most likely have difficulty either getting pregnant or staying pregnant.
Okay.
Which was another reason that it influenced me getting this surgery. And
not that we're trying to have kids at any point in time right now.
If you've listened to past episodes, we're still on the fence.
Yeah. Just making that clear.
But either way, it was a decision we made, you know, together. Danny was there for the appointment. We talked to my doctor about it and went for it. And
it was completely Ashley's decision. I was just there for support. And also, like, you know, after the surgery, like, you're going to need to be here to help me with all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I'm like,
and then after the surgery, I'm like, why is there so much stuff to do?
Yeah.
It's like I didn't know what I was signing up for, but
sorry.
I'm still here.
Gotta carry my laundry, gotta clean the litter boxes, gotta bring this upstairs, bring this downstairs. And
I just want to say, at Ashley's house, like, her staircases, I'm not a fan. I'm a big person, okay? Just all around, like, broad shoulders, like, big person.
The staircases are a little slim.
Her staircases are made for, like, smaller people. And so now I got to carry the laundry basket down 2 flights of stairs to get to the basement to do laundry, to bring it back up 2 flights of stairs. I'm just like, what the fuck with these staircases? But I'm still here, still doing it.
And I'm like, what do you think I'm doing every couple days? I know. I'm not as broad as you are. It's a little bit easier, but still, it's 2 flights of stairs up and down to do laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
So Danny's been great.
Thanks.
With minimal complaining. I won't say no complaining, but
it's just one of those situations where it's like it's a long day at work and it's like, all right, you're finally home, and she like looks at you and she like smiles. I'm like, oh, what?
I know, but like I don't want to ask you to do anything.
Like I'm not trying to sit here and complain, but it's like
I get it. You don't want to do it. Nobody wants to do it.
It's nothing personal. It's
I know. But like, again, I warned Danny going into this. I'm like, you hear the doctor. Like, I'm literally not going to be able to do anything for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
We're in the long haul. We're more than halfway through.
Yes, we are. Who's counting though? How many more days? 14 more days? What?
Yeah. I still can't lift anything over 10 pounds. I feel useless, honestly.
You're not useless. You're not useless.
It's been rough.
I still love you.
I still love you too. Even with your minimal complaining. Just kidding. Yeah. But yeah,
not gonna lie, I complain a little bit.
I got some looks and some
heavy breathing. Just come on. Back upstairs, 2 flights of stairs to go get your pillow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because then when I was sleeping downstairs for a little bit when I could finally sleep in a bed somewhat, because there's a bathroom right next to that bedroom.
Yeah.
And we'd get downstairs. I'm trying so hard to like think of everything I need downstairs before we go down. Like trying so hard, and then we get downstairs and I'm like,
you forgot my water.
I forgot something. Sorry. Because that's the other thing. I wasn't supposed to be doing the stairs that much. They said I could do the stairs. I don't have to avoid stairs completely. Just, don't go up and down all day long. And so I was trying to limit it. So once I was down, So
yep.
It was easier for Danny to take the trip back up. He might say differently. But
it's fine. Like I said, I signed up for it. I knew part of what it was going to entail. I know more now, but it's all right. It's at the same time though, I have no problem helping because I know if the shoe was on the other foot and I was the one that just had surgery, Ashley would never complain about anything. She would just help me, and I feel bad complaining.
You didn't complain.
Yeah,
like I just let out some sighs.
Yeah. But I know that like I said, if the shoe was on the other foot, Ashley would be a much better person about it, and she would just, regardless, do whatever she could to help me. And I am extremely, extremely thankful for that support from Ash.
I always will. And I know you always will.
She's the better person.
No. Now that you know what you got yourself into, you might hesitate next time, but
I can't. It's not like I can say no. Oh, you're going for surgery? Have fun. Good luck. See ya.
There won't be a next time. Fuck this shit. No, but if you need something taken care of, take care of it. I don't regret it. As miserable as it was.
Yeah, just...
It's, You
only get one body, Like, take care of that one body.
Take care of it. Yeah.
And if you're thinking about getting questionable chicken parm vodka, don't go to that restaurant that has good pizza. Go to the one where you know you're going to get good chicken parm vodka, because it just fucking ruins it.
Yeah. That's why it's hard to try new places. It wasn't even a new place, though.
Yeah.
Either way.
All right. I think we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to our story times.
Yeah.
And make sure you go find us on social medias if you haven't already.
And if you haven't yet, share with a friend. We shared with some friends.
We did. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys. When we were at Carlisle, we shared with some friends, and we got some positive feedback.
Yeah, keep sharing.
We gotta keep it up. I like it a lot. We appreciate you, Bobby.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
Keep sharing. Keep liking.
Keep telling a friend. Every Tuesday, 8 a.m. new episode on Spotify and Google and Amazon and Apple and all that shit.
All those things.
And then on Wednesdays, at some point in the day, YouTube gets their shit together and puts it out. So check us out on any of those platforms. And who's fucking?
Who's fucking?